How's it going today, guys? Trucks and Water here. In today's video, we're going to the top 5 things I love about my 1996 Chevy K1500 Silverado. Now, I've been making this kind of like remake of a lot of older videos, and this was one of them that a lot of you all liked. And like I said, previous videos, I've had a lot more experience with this truck since I've now almost owned it for 6 years in July, and like it's just been absolutely unreal, the experience with this truck. So, we'll get right in this video. Here is my top 5 things I love about my K1500. Now, the list is not from like least greatest to greatest, it's just like 1 through 5. So number 1 is the ride quality. These trucks ride so daggum well. Since they went with the independent front suspension in '88 and now up to the newer ones, of course, these trucks ride exceptionally well. I absolutely love taking this truck on road trips. This truck also has a 342 rear end with the tow package. It can't tow that well like the 373 trucks can rear end, but it makes for an awesome highway cruiser. At 80 miles an hour going down the interstate, even with this setup on it right here, I'm still at basically 2,000 RPMs. It will average about 16, 17 highway and about 12 to 14 city. Just because of the bigger wheels and tires, takes a lot more oomph to get them going, I guess you can say. But the ride quality on this truck is absolutely freaking insane. Like I said, I love road tripping this truck. I've driven in newer trucks that have rode worse than this truck does, and this truck's almost 25 years old. So, number 1 is the ride quality. Number 2 on my list is not necessarily the truck, but I guess the whole OBS community. These trucks are going up on value. Now this year, if I had another driver, I could register this truck as an antique, 25 years or older. And these trucks are now going up in value. People want to buy these trucks. I've had so many older people, like I guess in their like 40s or so, or whatever the case might be, saying, man, I remember when this truck came out, I had one in high school, I loved it, I wish I never sold it, type deal. If I had a dollar for every time that has happened to me, I could literally build this truck exactly the way I want to. They're starting to go up in value, especially my package is E71 extended cab with the upgraded interior with the bucket seats and the center console and stuff like that. The only other option you could option the Silverado out more on the inside would be leather seats, with the leather of these years absolutely sucks. I'm glad I didn't get it. But that being said, these trucks are going up way in value. I've seen some very low mileage version of these trucks, like 50, 60,000 miles on it. Like from California, no rust, no issues, no body damage, perfect paint, original paint too. Going up to $20,000 being sold, and that's just the market we're in. Like, a lot of people are going to say, it's not worth that, and I get it. Like, trust me, I'm kind of in the same boat as you all. It's really not worth it, but look at the classic cars. In the 80s, all the muscle cars, 70s and 80s, when all the muscle cars, the gas guzzles, they were worth jack squat. Now they're upwards, depending on what you get, in the hundreds of thousands of dollars range. That's just the way this stuff goes, guys. So these are going up in value, which is number 2 on the top 5 things I love about my K1500. Number 3 on my list is, like I said, not necessarily about the truck, but more about the community, is there's a lot more aftermarket support for these trucks. When I first got into this, doing YouTube and building my K1500, there was not a lot of support for these trucks. Yes, there were some companies making lift kits out for them, and of course you can get wheels and tires for these trucks. They kept the same lug pattern for years and years and years and years, GM did. But a lot of the aftermarket was not like they do now, or it was super cheap Chinese off-brand crap that did not like do a lick of justice for these trucks. Now you've got companies making all kinds of, like Kryptonite just came out with new front end parts for this truck. If you don't know who Kryptonite is, they make the bulletproof front end parts for Duramax, and these guys are running 1,000+ horsepower Duramaxes, doing full-wheel drive launches and not breaking tie rods and center links and stuff like that. So it's really awesome to see the aftermarket come around, especially like the Boost Auto Duramax mirrors right here. That just adds that perfect touch to this truck. So that is number 3 on my list. Number 4 on my list is the interior of my truck, and this is why. I've got the dual buckets with bench back seat, but these buckets are the most comfortable seat I have ever sat in. I absolutely love them. Full power. The lumbar support even works, which a lot of time the lumbar support breaks on these seats. Don't mind the dirty. Haven't cleaned my truck in a little bit. I absolutely love it. Love the way these seats are. They're so comfy, like recliners. I don't know why the manufacturers got rid of the armrest. The armrest is like one of the best features about these older trucks. Absolutely love the armrest, so I can go cruise down the road. But the interior is awesome, and plus I did the upgrade. I did an iPad dash in my truck. As you can see, it looks absolutely great. There's a radio that sits behind it that a Bluetooth, so it's just an iPad mini. But I can listen to my music, watch videos, YouTube, sports going down the road, which I don't recommend. You need to keep your eyes on the road. If you can't handle it, don't do it. But anyways, the interior on this truck is just so comfy and so convenient. Hell, I love the interior on this truck more than I do the new 19 through current Silverado. I think those interiors are absolutely garbage. I don't know why Chevy did what they did. I mean, yeah, the plastics are a lot better in the newer ones, and it doesn't crack, stuff like that. But the whole ergonomics and the comfortness, I pick this truck every day of the week. So that is number 4 on my list, is the interior. And the last one, number 5 on my list, is the engine in this truck. Now, a lot of people are doing engine swaps in these trucks, which I plan on doing in the future too. But there is something has to be said about a 5.7 350 small block motor. I'm talking about the Vortec year, not the TBI years. These Vortec engines are a fantastic motor. My last one lasted to 238,000 miles, and for some reason, this shot all the bearings in the bottom end and blew up. No one could figure out why. I had plenty of oil in the truck. It wasn't low on oil. I did all my oil changes like I was supposed to. Everything I did was perfect, just for some reason the bearings let go. So I have a brand new 350 small block from Chevrolet in this truck with a 3-year, 100,000 mile warranty, which it's up this year in November, I believe. I have over a little bit, about 50,000 miles on this motor. Knock on truck, it runs absolutely beautiful. Love it. But these motors it's not a fast truck, guys. Let's just be real for a second. The stock motors are not fast motors, but they lug. They lug and they will pull through almost anything. 350s are the most common motor ever made, so almost one of the most common motors ever made. So you can get parts for them plentifully everywhere. Heck, I think even Walmart on their website sells a 350 small block crate motor. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong, but I think they do. But I absolutely love this motor. Gets decent mileage for a truck, honestly. It's not terrible. It's not the greatest, but it's not terrible. But that is number 5 on my list, is the motor in this truck. So that being said, guys, that is my top 5 things I love about my K1500. If you have any questions, comment them down below. I know I didn't really go much in the aftermarket sense. I was kind of basing this off of like a stock truck and or what I've like my thoughts and my feedback has been throughout the years of doing this. Other than that, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you liked the video, leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Join the Trucks and Water family. We're constantly growing, changing, trying new and better things. I hope you all have a great day, and remember, never give up on your dreams.